and the former Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research in Egypt. Welcome, Professor. Welcome, Professor El Shihy.
Thank you. My talk today is going to be entitled E-Learning Systems at the Egyptian Chinese University, ECU, during COVID-19 pandemic, opportunities and challenges. The coronavirus pandemic has made innumerable changes in our society, and education is no exception, being one of the sectors hugely impacted by the pandemic. Due to highly transmissible coronavirus, the World Health Organization, WHO, strongly advised people to avoid crowded places and close contact settings and confined and closed spaces. Considering the classroom setting with the students and the instructors in close contact and being in a confined space, universities were unsafe for everyone. With the high rate of infected people in Egypt, the government temporarily closed educational institutions in an attempt to contain the spread of the virus and reduce infections. In Egypt, the move to online teaching and learning methods accelerated as a consequence of the physical closure of universities and university colleges on March 2020. We had no choice but to shift to online education, regardless how ready our universities were. After ECU decided to move to the digital transformation approach in the age of COVID-19 by providing lectures and classrooms and the classes online amid the virus fears, therefore instructors had to change traditional teaching methods and adjust to new online teaching platforms to maintain the delivery of significant learning experience. At the time of COVID-19 outbreak, ECU top management decision was to use of active student-centered learning methods, and this digitalization process had already been made early at ECU due to the right and early forecast of the problem that was in mid-January and 6 weeks before the university's closure. So we started getting ourselves ready before the closure of the universities through preparation and getting ready for enhancing our infrastructure. Due to COVID-19 led lockdown, most educators at ECU had to change their approaches of their work, teaching, assessments, supervision, research service, and engagement. During COVID pandemic and the procedure that ECU has adopted, like increasing the ICT infrastructure from hardware, software, learning management systems, electronic courses, virtual labs, and staff, and the students' orientation sessions, the students and the staff members were satisfied with the teaching online methods and reported that the lecturers were effective in arranging online teaching. The lecturers were also good at adopting the students' wishes regarding teaching. Lectures that were streamed live were preferred over recordings. ECU students think that it was a privilege to still be able to study even though the university campus was closed due to Corona and all in a time online students have been delivered in the Chinese universities. Also, the training of language has been delivered online to EU students via different platforms and applications. In all practical and clinical faculties, medical faculties, the university ECU was keen to keep the experimental, medical, and clinical lessons physically in the university as much as we could. So we postponed them till it was to receive students in the university campus, and the use of virtual labs and video conference was of a great importance and benefit. I'll talk now about the challenges that we face. I'll start with the challenges in online teaching during COVID-19 pandemic. The online teaching at ECU was beginning with some fill out after over time. Some students experienced poor bandwidth, which led to them not being able to turn on their cameras and reduced the sound quality. In addition, the students were unsure how to contact their teachers in the first weeks after lockdown due to the use of several platforms. Even with a single contact channel, LMS, the students found that the threshold barrier for sending questions to the teachers through email was high. But with the technical solutions and infrastructure and LMS, the ACU has performed it. We noticed an increased attendance rate among their peers in the online lectures, which they perceived as positive. The reason for the increased attendance, they believed, was that many students had to make a long trip to attend the class, and the threshold for participating had become lower now that all teaching was online. ECU students expressed that they mainly collaborated well in digital groups. The communication usually worked well with both the teacher and peers in these digital groups. Challenges with managing or conducting online classes. Instructors struggled to run online classes smoothly without disruption due to the insufficient network conditions. The instructors feel challenged to manage their classes online since students and instructors are not in the same place. Instructors encounter external distraction, such as noise created by neighbors, pets, vehicles, visitors, and family members in their homes. Challenges with using online learning platforms or software. Instructors had to become familiar with online education platforms quickly in response to the pandemic. Therefore, instructors struggled with adapting to their chosen education platforms and softwares. The rapid transition of online teaching in response to COVID-19 had made instructors feel it more difficult to adapt at Zoom. A video conferencing software often used in online teaching, especially those having no prior experience with it. Challenges with teaching online classes effectively. Instructors had to conduct online teaching with a lack of digital literacy due to a short training period. This meant that instructors quickly faced difficulty teaching their classes online as they felt uncertain about using platforms, channels, and other specific skills needed for online teaching. Also, the lack of digital literacy made it difficult for instructors to teach online effectively since they were not ready to use various online applications, learning management systems, or web applications for their classes. Challenges with interacting with the students. The next set of challenges involves with interacting with the students during online classes. They use online platforms such as Moodle or Microsoft Teams allow students to upload their course materials only. Thus, instructors feel it difficult to have live discussions with their students online, as certain platforms do not support real-time interactions between instructors and the students. Challenges with making students participate and learn in online classes. The fifth challenge category is getting students to participate and learn in online classes. Students' lack of internet connections and technological tools at their homes prevented some students from participating and learning in online classes. Challenges with online course preparation. Digital literacy becomes a barrier once again for instructors who need to prepare virtual lessons using different technologies. In addition, online education requires instructors to adjust their previous teaching methods to fit in an online setting. Of course, another challenge was assessment. Instructors had to develop and enhance the way they used to hold the exam and the assessment of students. Finally, let me wrap up my talk. Generally, the sudden shift of digital teaching was challenging for students at ECU, but it appears that they adapted quickly to the new situation. However, ECU students reported that the use of different components of online education, such as online exams based on artificial intelligence and emerging technologies, would improve the learning outcomes in future online courses. In my talk, I also identified the challenges that the university instructors and the students faced in online teaching during COVID-19, understanding what caused the challenges. We identified and proposed design opportunities that may help to address those challenges based in our experience at ECU. As a final conclusion, we can say that the early expectation and move of ECU was of a great benefit and helped to face the COVID-19 challenges successfully. Also, despite the difficulties that we had to face to shift suddenly to online education, we believe that we gained new experience that we will keep after COVID-19. The pandemic inspired, or let me say, forced us to change and develop, and it also minimized the resistance of students and staff members to change. Using blended education systems will continue as it proved to be successful and a good practice. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor El Shihy. Thank you for sharing these impressive activities with all African colleagues here. What a huge effort in short time. It's really inspiring all of us. Professor, it's impressive how Chinese university handle different challenges smartly. Thanks for sharing your unique experience with us.